There is a divine sacredness moving in and through this connected hearts and minds. That the family of light here in this moment, in the connection of heart and mind, creating the singularity of higher service and the love, boundless, eternal of the divine. So we simply allow the sacred breath to come into its alignment and rhythm with the great in-breath and out-breath of the divine. In the remembering that we breathe the breath of Brahma, we breathe the breath of God. And so there is a sacredness, a holiness that moves into this space. And it does so with each in-breath and out-breath. For within this in-breath and out-breath, there is a merging of higher consciousness. There is a blending and an interweaving into our very electromagnetic field of a sacred and holy grace. I would call them the holy ones, for they come together in a sense of devotion and reverence for the divine. And as a reminder that this frequency of this unbounded love for God, unbounded love for the Creator, to simply be, to simply exist, is a divine grace, blessing, a consciousness that is so profound, so magnificent and unknowable, but yet the one permeating thing that comes through all of it is love. Love unconditionally, love eternally. And beloveds, as you have looked at the various icons on all cultures upon this earth, and indeed the memory of cultures beyond this earth, that your soul has traveled. And it always gave the one message and the reminder that the path to the eternal, the path to the one, the great in-breath of the divine is through love. And that love for the species of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, resides in the area of the chest. A divine design, a gematria, a geometry that has worked well for the species and other species. It is indeed the central point of all things, the very universe and multiverse. It is the pinpoint indeed of the heart of God. And it's through this now, in this presence, in this eternal now, that the reminder of the source of your being, of your experience, is love eternal. And that is why, beloveds, you hold the eternal, unconditional love within you. You are born of it. And it is that that seeks you. It is your natural nature in the multiple of personalities that you have experienced. It is the one eternal thing that you are. You may be called many things in many lives, described in many different ways, but your soul has been born from this eternal love of the Creator, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, the ineffable and the unknowable. But love comes through. And so it is a reminder that these who circle around us now, that they merge their consciousness, that this part of devotion, because of the love of God, that is your soul pulse, that moves you beyond what you think you can do. It moves you, for it is the one eternal thing through many lifetimes, through death and rebirth, through various timelines, and indeed, through the whole cosmic experience, as you gather, as you move, as you understand, as you travel in the boundlessness of the Creator. It is the one thing that brings you into the merging, the great communion. It is the love of which you were born from, beloveds. And it is the love that you go back to. And in this high, mighty frequency, coming from the undulating waveforms of unconditional love, from the source, moving through the various stratospheres, aeons, realities, dimensions, and different type of language, of the variety and magnificence and the explosion and teeming of life everywhere, that it is the love that unites all in one. All kingdoms, beloved, upon the earth respond to love. All kingdoms respond to love. And we say to you that the love of God is the love of yourselves, because the connection is inseparable. The connection always has been and always will be. So we come as the reminder of the devotional part of you, your commitment and love that is boundless to the Creator. And in this boundlessness of your love that has traversed many lifetimes, many experiences, many dimensions, many worlds, many of the multiple, expanding, unstoppable expressions of God. That it is the one thing that you can hold on to that is forever eternal. The one thing that brings you back in point of your own travels within your own soul. The one thing that emanates from you as you allow it to expand within the tabernacle, within the center of the chest. As you let that be the thing that leads you in whichever life you find yourselves, and most certainly in the one that is most important in a most galactic and grand way. For in the cycles of death and rebirth, in the moving of the spiraling of consciousness and awareness, in the traveling of the grids and the expansiveness of gematриas, in all of this, in the highest of the absolute worlds, in all directions, that is beyond the phantom of human consciousness, in the experience that you find yourself, know that the threading of everything is unconditional love to the divine. It is indeed what has brought you to the sacred planet of Gaia. It is your love of the divine, so great, so magnificent, so strong, that you serve in the highest capacity in any way that you are asked to do. For you come from the light of the service of the divine, and you have remembered. And so here you find yourself in this eternal now, in this moment, as the greater family of light, and those who come around you as the holy ones, as they merge their heart and their consciousness with yours now, as this great communion in service of the divine, which is of an unspeakable joy, an unspeakable bliss to serve in the highest capacity, the yearning of the soul to merge once again in the unity of Source. And it is indeed in this drawing back, the in-breath of the divine, calling the experiences back into the unity field of oneness. And in this field of oneness again, as the great out-breath goes, you too travel again eternally on the stream of unconditional love from what you have been born and will ever be. And we say to you, beloveds, as you walk a world of physicality and density, of emotions and mentalities, different in frequency and expression from the highest parts of yourself, remember, beloveds, it is that thread of love that is ever with you, interweaving into all the things that you do. And it will be that, no matter the circumstances you find yourselves in, no matter what expression you find yourself in, there is the eternal cosmic memory of the oneness of eternal love of the divine and your love for the divine. It is your divine connection. It is that radiance and bliss and joy. It is the music of the spheres that the angels speak of. It is a happiness beyond measure. It is an eternal joy, and it is in this memory, beloveds, that you hold even as you walk on a physical, mental, and emotional world. Even as you perceive that the experience of Maya is thick and deep, and that as you move through it, you ever hold present within the core of your being that eternal love forever, that eternal love that is transcendent to all things, that transcendent love that connects you to the divine. And as you become aware, as you seek the sanctity of this expression, as you remember your devotion, your commitment to this love, as you now in this moment remember this, remember its essence, its feeling. Remember this, for it is eternal. You are love. You have come from love, and love will pave your way in all experiences. And so now, beloveds, we want you to experience and to re-experience the loving devotion, your commitment to the divine, your eternal love for the divine, for it to expand the heart center, for it to move your soul. And know that with each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath, this frequency of love, the connection to you and your creator, and then the creation of everything else made from love. And in those momentary times and experiences where one has forgotten love, it is your love that's going to remind and awaken them of their source, of their beginnings, of their eternal and forever connection to the love of the divine. But it is indeed the children of light who have not forgotten, to move more into the heart center, to bring it forward now. For indeed, it is your illumination and your great power. You can move and change frequencies with this. You can align and bring harmony with this. You can do magnificent things, beloveds. What you would say, your superpower is in your heart and your commitment and love of the divine. It has moved you eternally through all things in all ways, and will continue to do so, even in the great in-breath. And after the great in-breath, the out-breath again, eternal and forever. But here in this moment, beloveds, in the expression that you find yourselves, there is a sense of purpose, of mission. And so you are here because of your heart, and through your heart, you will do great things. Allow the heart now to remind you and to guide you. The path of love is very clear. It is a sense of bliss, a sense of balance, a sense of joy, even in the midst of chaos. It is unshakable, it is unmovable. And in this merging of consciousness with the holy ones, we breathe together the sacred in-breath and out-breath, for it is our reminder how the divine loves us and how we love the divine. It is the gift of life. And with grateful hearts, we remember the joy, the bliss of beingness, the creation of the Creator. And so we simply breathe together and merge a collective devotional consciousness of our great love, our boundless love for the divine, allowing it to expand our hearts and making the connection and the interweaving of this love more pronounced, more anchored even in the physical, mental, and emotional world. That in this moment, this heart expands and consumes all of us. We are the heart of the divine. And in its brilliance and in its love that's unfathomable, we simply allow ourselves to surrender to it, to bring us back into our primordial memories of the great spark and the great love of what we are and who we are, and our journey, our beloved journey that has brought us here in this moment, of all the experiences, all the collaborations, agreements, all the plans, all the designs, all the experiences to bring us to this moment for a great and mighty cause, purpose, sense, mission. Breathe the holy sacred in-breath and out-breath. In this convergence of devotional love of the divine as the divine loves us directly. In this great divine communion, let it fill us up, consume us in this great love, eternal. Remembering the essence that you are love, only love. Remembering what that is. And now bringing it, beloveds, into the electromagnetic field of your physical, mental, and emotional bodies. Allow this love to flow through you, in you, and around you, even as you expand into the boundlessness of this love. And now bring your attention to your sacred Earth Mother and bring this love to her and all of her life, so that each and every life form remembers this love, its creator created. Hold the energy. Remember, 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 remember. And this frequency of love cannot be contained. It continues to move and grow. As the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, merging with the higher consciousness of the holy ones to spread it throughout the earth, within the earth, around the earth, in the stratosphere of the earth. This frequency of eternal, boundless love to heal, to balance, to purify, and to awaken. And as we could stay in this frequency band forever, the thought of the return comes as it must. And so very easily but methodically, we begin to draw in our electromagnetic field as the holy ones begin to draw in theirs, going to their source as we now come more grounded upon the sacred earth, but expansive hearts and a stronger connection of the heart center with that of the divine. Glimpses of bliss, unfathomable joy in the love of the divine. And we prepare ourselves now to be back awake and alert and very grounded to the earth, into our reality on the count of 3. We prepare ourselves to be back awake and alert on the count of 3. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. We are back. We are awake. We are alert, and we are grounded